reviewer. You review it, I review you. This is my partner, Mr. It. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Some Jerk with a Camera's review of The Country Bears. The movie.
Star Command,
What the hell? Oh yeah, I remember this. When Jerk got picked up by Channel Awesome, he re-released all of his videos on YouTube with these intros that parody these ads that ran on Blip. The one where Buzz Lightyear is running around the Disneyland Resort. Speaking of Blip, it was probably a good thing to re-upload these after the great Blip purge.
For my very first episode, I'd like to review a peculiar piece of park paraphernalia, the very first movie ever based on a Disney theme park attraction. It's the story of a lowly band of rogues, outcasts from society, desperate creatures forced to scrounge for whatever they can get while constantly at each other's necks. It's the story of their quest for redemption and their rise to power. I refer, of course, to The Country Bear.
Yeah, the problem with misdirection jokes in internet reviews is that the title of the video gives away the punchline long before the joke even starts.
Yes, before the Pirates
In the first Pirates movie,
there was the Country Bears movie based on Country Bear Jamboree. If you've never seen Country Bear Jamboree, it's pretty much what you see in your head when you hear the words Country Bear Jamboree.
yeah, pretty much.
What a strange choice for a first movie. I mean, granted, these guys inspired the revered Chuck E. Cheese house band like the Beatles inspired Oasis, and granted, we've all heard of the Country Bear Jamboree.
It's like a freaking Country Bear Jamboree around here.
So, the same way that this generation is familiar with the Twilight Zone.
Does anyone actually like it? Was anyone begging for this to be adapted to the silver screen? This is corny! Cornier than corn itself. If the entire state of Iowa ate nothing but corn for a year, you know, for a change, their sewers still wouldn't be half as corny as this shit.
That's a lot of corn.
I mean, if you're like me, then the only reason you've seen it so much is because the line for Splash Mountain was too damn long and you just, for the love of God, wanted some air conditioning.
So, just like the Tiki Room's relationship with Indiana Jones.
The movie starts out with footage of— Ah!
Really? You're scared of that? Pussy.
This footage is being watched by, you know what, screw this, I'm gonna go ride Splash Mountain. The line for Splash Mountain is 2 miles long, so!
Dude, for Splash Mountain, that's short! Get in line, man!
This little bear cub, I shit you not, is named Barry Barrington.
Joining such classic Disney characters as Ducky Duckingham, Micey Mousenblatt, and Zippo the Clown-Faced Jerkbot.
Oh, the confusion on their faces.
Joining such classic Disney characters as Ducky Duckingham, Micey Mousenblatt, and Zippo the Clown-Faced Jerkbot.
Whoop.
Barry is voiced by the Oscar-nominated Haley Joel Osment.
I swear, I think Disney keeps that poor kid in their back pocket. Sometimes it works, other times not so much.
So, what other talent did they drag into this train wreck?
I learned a lot from those guys. And
Oh no, not Willie!
I have no idea who that is, but I'm sure the commenters will be quick to tell me.
Am I adopted?
Of course not, honey.
Your father just has hairy sperm. It skips a generation. And tickles like the Dickens. So Barry's brother explains the horrible truth.
The Rangers use this to track you.
They brought you home, they showed you a bunch of Barney videos, and they pretended you were their son.
Oh, come on. A talking dinosaur? Pfft, that's just stupid.
Keep the review focused, jerk.
So Barry does the only sensible thing. Run away from home, board a Greyhound, and head to the Country Bear's old stomping grounds, Country Bear Hall.
Logical.
Must be tough. You had a good run, Henry, but
That poor, deluded soul? He thinks he's in a movie.
Well, if he doesn't, who will?
They're gonna tear down Country Bear Hall.
Tear down Country Bear Hall?
Oh no, it's the irony alarm. Stay calm, kids, I'll try to explain.
I just want to know where he was to get that shot.
Now, the original Disney World version of Country BJ is still open for business down in Florida.
That's not what BJ means in this context.
But to make way for a Winnie the Pooh ride, the Disneyland version was in fact torn down in 2001. 10 months before this movie came out! That's right, folks. Disney made a movie about trying to save Country Bear Hall while tearing down Country Bear Hall.
Brilliant!
This movie literally has no right to exist. It shouldn't exist. It can't exist, and yet it does. Or does it? Ow!
Yep, it's real.
And we can do it with a concert to raise the money. We can get the band back together.
Get the band back together? Get the...
So, because that doesn't rip off any movie they can think of,
Like... every movie about an old band ever, I think.
they get the old tour bus out of storage along with a roadie named...
Hey, Barry. Meet Brody.
Hi.
You see my chicken?
So for those following at home, this movie has a bear named Barry Barrington, a roadie named Rhodey, and a chicken named Mr. Chicken. It's economical to hire children to write your children's movies because you can just pay them in candy.
At the inflated prices these days, you'd be better off just handing them each a $5 bill for the whole script. Still would blow their little minds.
Meanwhile, Barry's parents have called the cops to look for him, played by the black guy from Galaxy Quest and a white guy from Office Space.
Because why learn the actors' names, right? Me.
When I'm upset, I bake. Please help yourself.
You can really taste the despair.
And all this time, we thought the secret ingredient was love.
I'm gonna go to my room now, and I'm gonna stay there till I'm 18.
Okay, movie, I am really trying here, but if you're gonna stick to the premise that talking bears are normal, you can't have one kid who says they're not normal. That just makes that kid crazy. And kind of racist, come to think of it.
That's right, this kid is a crazy racist, and they don't even treat him like a villain. They treat him like a voice for the audience.
Wait a minute, does that make me a crazy racist?
No. Well, you are, but not because of this movie.
No, of course not. I have plenty of bear friends, just watch. Help me.
To be fair, that was most people's reaction to watching Brother Bear.
You're Fred Betterhead? Fred from the Country Bears. You should play with us.
Hey look, it's Mandy Moore, Miley Cyrus, Ashley Simpson, Vanessa Hudgens, Demi Lovato, Kylie Minogue, Nelly Furtado.
And half the girls you're naming were barely even teenagers by the time this movie came out.
Crystal Marie Harris, I was gonna know it.
No, you weren't.
What's an arm musician?
Oh, that's Betty Bogswaggle.
Honestly, that is kind of impressive.
You jabbed with a chair.
Wow, Joe Biden was an angry young man.
And this surprises you?
Now, come on, Zeb. What do you say? You give up the honey and come with us.
Oh yeah, apparently honey is highly addictive to bears in this movie. They use it as a G-rated euphemism for drugs and alcohol. I mean, hookers and crack.
No, you were right the first time.
But wait a minute, Barry was eating honey at the dinner scene earlier. Does that make this kid a drunk?
That would explain a lot.
So to settle a debt, the bear and his fiddle must defeat Brian Setzer and his astonishing leopard print guitar in a battle for musical supremacy.
And probably the best musical number in the entire movie.
I'm confused. Which one of them represents the devil?
Well, Brian Setzer is the one with the shiny yellow instrument.
So the bear sucks at first, but then plays better. Setzer, meanwhile, plays flawlessly all the way through. Well, it doesn't take a genius to figure out the winner is the bear!
Well, he is the hero. Of course he wins.
It was rigged! Damn it, I had 10 grand on Setzer winning and the whole movie ending right there. Now how can I afford to blow up that orphanage?
Really trying to live up to your namesake, eh, jerk?
Christopher Walken passes the time by imitating Disneyland management.
Oh no! Got your hole has been crushed!
I believe it.
Meanwhile, the bears track down their one-string thong?
I'm pretty sure that would be with an O.
This bear's character trait is being whiny and neurotic, so I guess he's what you might call a...
Bear Jew.
Right. Thanks, Brad.
And I'm pretty sure the only reason why Jerk can get away with that joke is because he himself is Jewish.
Oh my gosh. You're the Country Bears.
And you're Carrie Underwood, Taylor Swift, Hilary Duff, Haley Duff.
Let's just cut this joke right now.
Did I lose your love?
Did she just swallow Bonnie Raitt? That's not the same voice.
Don't look at me like I'm a stranger.
Wow, who does has Haley Joel Osment's singing voice? Frank Zappa?
Believe it or not, he's one of the few people in this cast who can actually sing.
But Buffalo Bear refuses to come out tonight, so Barry gets disillusioned and does the only sensible thing. Run all the way home.
Logical.
So the Buffalo has a change of heart and visits Barry at his house.
Wow. Just imagine a huge rock star, someone you used to idolize right there in your bedroom, only after he personally screwed you over, destroyed your dreams, and made you stop idolizing him. Oh wait, I don't need to imagine that, because they ripped it off from Almost Famous!
In fact, these two characters look kind of the same, don't they?
Yeah, they really were great. Hey, remember that collaboration they did with Alvin and the Chipmunks? Man, that was... Oh.
Hey, if that collab was with the modern Chipmunks, then they did the world a favor.
I'm on a boat! I'm on a boat!
And they're off to rescue Christopher Walken from those creepy bear suits.
I think you got it. Me.
So meanwhile, this happens.
Wow, the early ride system for Peter Pan's flight was intense. If they went with this, then I would understand the insanely long wait times.
And they all go to Country Bear Hall to do their big benefit concert, but there's nobody there. You can even hear the crickets. But no, there's actually hundreds of people there. They were all just out back.
Thanks, hundreds of people, for not making any noise whatsoever. Out in the country, where hundreds of people standing around would drown out the crickets. In fact, I'm gonna try that right now. Hey, hundreds of people, shut up!
Yeah, sometimes that works. Other times it just ends poorly. I'm literally... Hey actors, we're supposed to be quiet backstage! Shut up!
The count is in, and we sing Country Bear
Aw, you got beaten by the power of cute.
To be fair, even the Terminator can't beat the power of cute. I gotta admit, for a first review, this was really good. The jokes were funny, the criticisms were legit. Honestly, I can't think of a way this could have turned out much better. Well, okay, the visual effects are a little crappy, but Jerk got much better at them over the years. The only real nitpick I can make about this is that I think for his first episode, he probably should have reviewed an actual attraction as opposed to a movie based on one. I'm the reviewer. You review it, I review you.
We're the bears who sing for doo-dah, doo-dah, drinking moonshine till we puke.